Joe and Randy's Texas Tea. And you should home with the Joe and Randy's Texas Tea.
All tea, all shade, and it's Texas made.
It's Joe and Randy's Texas Tea. And you know what, you motherfuckers, you better drink the hell out of it.
Woo! Yay!
Yeah.
Yay! Yes! Yes!
Hello.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome.
Texas Tea. I'll be the disembodied box in the middle of the couch. How y'all doing?
I'll be Joel Tatum sitting on the couch with my friend
Christopher.
Christopher.
Just Christopher.
Just Christopher.
Maybe Mr. Christopher.
Just Christopher. I met that girl.
So is it just Christopher or is it Christopher?
I think it's Mr. Christopher.
Oh, is it Mr.? Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. All
Oh,
right.
Mr. Christopher.
Mr. Christopher. All right.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
like that.
And some people in the audience,
Blessings.
some people in the audience might like that too, because he is what?
I'm very mystery.
He is what? He is Mr. Christopher.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to another episode of Joel and Randy's Texas Tea. We gonna get down into it. Let me tell y'all something. I traveled to Jacksonville, Florida.
Why?
To see Cher
What?
in concert.
What?
Yes.
Get out.
With, by the way, Randy, get ready to sing it. Get ready to sing it. I travel with my friend who?
David White.
Yes. Yes.
Who's David now? Who's David White? I'm intrigued.
Mm-hmm. Really?
Wait, should I know this person?
Yes, because we had a conversation with him on the 50th anniversary show.
Oh.
But it's fine.
Wait, that was last week.
Yeah, that was last week.
Oh no, that was 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. So
2 weeks ago, I was about to say, girl, I'm losing time.
Mm-hmm. So I traveled to Jacksonville, Florida. By the way, Jacksonville, Florida is cute. It is quaint. It is like Austin on the ocean. Kinda.
Wait, no way. Maybe I should move there.
It is like kind of like Austin on the ocean. It's very laid back. We went to
Austin's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But Austin's like on its way out.
Yeah,
I
I think
please.
Austin is on its way out. But the fact of the matter is that we went to Jacksonville.
Don't tell anybody in Austin that.
No, I mean Austin's awesome, but it knows it's awesome, so
Yeah.
it's not awesome anymore.
Yeah, exactly. When you know you're awesome,
Yeah, it's
you're
no
not
fun.
really that awesome
No.
anymore. No.
I grew up in Austin. It's a great place.
Mm-hmm. Austin is a great place, and we used to take little trips to Austin.
Yeah. Club 404? That was my
for like a
first gay
3-day
club.
weekend, and I think this was a Houstonian thing. I think
Oh,
Houstonians like to go to Austin like for a 3-day weekend. They hit the bars and all this other stuff, and it was fun when it lasted. But now it's just it's kind of boring.
Well, we were also a lot younger then too.
Mhm.
What? Shut up!
This was only just a few years ago.
Wait,
so
what?
30s and 40s.
No, I
yeah.
didn't. I haven't gone on an Austin trip with Queens in years.
Mm-mm.
No, for me, I was in my 20s, girl.
Mm-hmm. No, but I was in my 30s and 40s, and we would hit the bars. Oil Can Harry's is always a favorite. And
I used to get in trouble there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, got a lot of.
When many things were legal, damn.
Ooh, got in a lot of trouble there, but that was mostly. Well.
I mean, my trouble was
that'll be
G-rated.
later part of the show when
That's our after show.
Yeah, that'll be a later part of the
The
show.
exploits.
Mm-hmm. Because I'm.
So how in the hell is Cher?
Cher. I like
Stay on
how
point.
you said
Stay on point.
segue into that. I like how you segue into that. Cher was amazing, but now for those of you who have seen Cher shows, I'd never seen a Cher show before. So, I'm sitting there, and I have to say this, and David and I did notice this. David had tried to get tickets a lot closer to where we were.
Mm-hmm.
He really tried, and as the moment that she announced that she was doing a tour, he was on it. He called American Express. He said, "Get me those tickets. I want to be as close as we can possibly be."
Okay.
The entire floor was sold out
Well, duh.
In less than a minute. Literally less than a minute.
Well, yeah, because everyone's got their
Wow.
robots, like, doing a thing.
So
Well, she is a legend.
Mm-hmm. So we actually ended up kind of off the floor, but like 3 seats up.
Okay, that's actually good.
Yeah, so if there were 20 rows on the floor, we were probably 22 or 23, slightly going up. But that trek up
I
and
like
down,
that slightly going up, baby.
But that trek up and down the stairs to go get like drinks or what? Oh, that stadium was like steep. Ooh, you had to walk.
But you were kind of raised so you could see over everyone's
Mm-hmm.
head, right?
Mm-hmm. But the funny thing is that David did mention this. He goes, awful lot of walkers and scooters in this room. It seems that all the walkers and scooter people got the floor seats.
I'm sure.
They got because we saw scooters and walkers back and forth, just back and forth.
Yeah, they're probably like, this is like
Well,
my
Cher-
last concert. And
Cher's been famous since 1963, so
Yes.
you're going to get your different age group, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So what did she open with? What song did she open with?
I'm trying to remember what she...
Like, how did it start? Paint a
Okay.
picture.
Here's the picture. Okay. So it starts with Niles Rodgers, who is the opening act. And he is from this group, Chic something. I can't remember the name, but I grew up in that.
I don't know who that queen is.
Mm-hmm. But he has written a lot of hit songs for Cher, Madonna,
Oh, yeah, I thought he
all
sounded
kinds,
familiar.
Diana Ross, all kinds of people. So he is performing all the songs that he had. He even did a little bit of work with Pharrell Williams. That Get Lucky song was a song that he helped write.
Oh,
And he is the same age as Cher. So he
Good
had
for
his
him.
band up there. They were playing all these 70s disco hits
wow, cool.
and all this other stuff.
Mhm.
The crowd was having a good time and everything else. But then Cher comes on the stage.
Well, wait, what did she do? She just walks on?
No, here's the problem with how I'm trying to describe this. I don't really want to give too much away because I feel like I'm giving spoilers to what you will get when you get to when you see Cher on stage. Lots of special effects.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
don't
The
spoil
special
anything.
effects. Oh my gosh.
So people should go see it.
You should go see it. The special effects in her show are amazing.
Special effects?
I
What?
will say this.
Hmm.
I will just give you one little
Okay.
tiny spoiler.
Wait, okay.
When she had this special, she had a 3D effect. When she was on the lower part of the stage
Wait.
singing,
Do you really want to say this?
yes.
Okay. Spoiler alert.
So spoiler alert, when she was on the lower part of the stage singing her song, there was Cher, 19 feet tall, in 3D effect on the upper stage.
What do you, like a hologram?
Yes, it was amazing. It was completely amazing. I had never seen anything
Oh,
like it.
like there must have been glass or
It's
something
like-
that they
Oh, that's
projected.
cool.
It's like there was Barbie Cher, and then there was grown-up Cher
Damn.
on the top.
I want a
It
hologram
was
of me.
amazing.
Wow.
And it moved like her. It was completely 3D. It wasn't like her being filmed on a projection screen. She was in 3D on the top part of the... So it looked like a giant Cher singing.
Are you sure you just went on something?
No.
Did you just
No, there
spike
was
your
no.
drink?
I'm with...
I'm
sing the
gonna
song.
have to go see this concert now.
I'm gonna have to sing the song again. Ready to sing the song again? Who was I with?
David White.
So no, I wasn't on anything. We went.
Oh, I
And
don't.
it was.
Inside joke, I guess.
It was amazing. It was amazing. Both David and I looked at each other like, that looks like a gigantic.
Cher.
That looks like a gigantic Cher
Wow.
on the stage, and it was in 3D.
Uh-huh.
The woman put money into this show.
Wow.
She definitely put. There was dancers. There was all kinds of stuff. And by the way,
So you got your money's worth.
you get your money's worth.
Oh, good.
You get your money's worth. The only bad side of the show, and there's only and of course, there's always a bad side. The only bad side of the show was the fact that I felt like it was too short.
Oh, how long was it?
I think her set was about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours.
Well, she is 72. There's only so much
72.
walking around a bitch can do with
But there was
right.
I know, but there was comedy. She did comedy.
2 hours is a decent.
She talked about her life. She had films of her life. Oh my God, she talked Sonny. She talked about her relationship with Sonny. And films and everything else. That she loved that man.
Oh, what'd she say about films?
No. I mean, she would show films of her and Sonny together.
Right.
And you could tell that she loved that man, even though that they got divorced. She loved that man.
Love is complex. I mean, just because you've divorced someone doesn't mean you don't
exactly.
love them.
That was her first love. So, by the way, most people don't know this. I think she was 19.
Very young. Yeah.
When she met Sonny, and I think Sonny was 31. I think he was 31 years old when they got married. So he was already pretty up there in age.
Yeah.
And she was only 19 when they met.
Yeah.
And the beat goes on. Sing a young Cher, sing that song. While Sonny is singing the other chorus, it was amazing.
Wow.
It was just amazing. So the Cher show was amazing.
Well, you have painted quite a picture. You ought to work for Cher, girl.
Yeah. I mean, I wonder how many tickets we just sold right now.
Oh, by the way, I want to put this out there to all of you Cher impersonators. You got your work cut out for you because those costumes were amazing.
Oh.
The costume changes were amazing. These bitches are not, oh, Lord. If you're a Cher impersonator and you're making a living doing Cher, you got your work cut out for you, bitches. You need to go see this tour because you got your work cut out for you.
Yeah.
She went over the top.
Oh, shit.
She went over the top.
She upped the ante, baby.
And you have to remember, this is a generation. Bob Mackie was the big designer at the time.
Yeah, right.
So you can see a lot of Bob Mackie and inspirations from all the costume changes that she did. So, yes, bitch went over the top.
Wow.
She went over the
all
top.
All of her costumes are made by Bob Mackie, even what she wore on that show.
Yes.
Wow.
Everything is Bob Mackie.
So she went over the top. So, like I said, any of you bitches who are trying to imitate her, you need to get your sewing machine together because you're going to have a lot of work to do.
Damn.
If you are
it sounds like a
try
challenge
to
to
do
me.
this, those sewing machines better be working at full speed because these costumes were amazing. These gowns she wore, the most incredible gowns.
Damn.
She even went back to 1980 something and put on that outfit from If I Could Turn Back Time.
Oh, the sailor one?
With the holes in the...
The one there she's showing her coochie?
Yes.
Wow.
72. And this bitch worked it.
What? What do you mean? Like, how hard did she work it?
She worked it pretty hard.
Really?
She walked. She did all the stuff from that video. She did the walk. She did the little dance.
Right.
She did all that stuff. She had a rock guitarist, which I think it was the original rock guitarist in that video. And, by the way, still has the long hair, got a little bit of gray in it, and looking good. You know, I like the daddies. So,
yeah, daddies.
That was a daddy with a, oh, yes.
I sure did.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So, yes, Cher was...
Well, what else you got for us, girl?
Oh, well, okay, you know what, girl? Stop shutting me down. I want to talk... okay, so...
I'm sorry. I just can't imagine that you can pull out anything else about Cher that you haven't already said twice.
Well, I want to throw out a little bit of a shout-out to Jacksonville because David and I did actually have a good time in Jacksonville. We found a little place called the Park Place Lounge.
Yeah.
And the Park Place Lounge kind of is a...
It sounds like a Monopoly thing.
It is a version of Michael's Outpost mixed with a little bit of Mining Company, mixed in with a little bit of 611.
Wait, I don't know these things.
And
Michael's Outpost? What the fuck is that?
Michael's Outpost. Bitch, have you never been to Michael's Outpost?
What the fuck is it? I'll tell you if I've been there.
It's just right up the... It's a little hole-in-the-wall gay bar up the road.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Wait, I want to go.
We'll go. We're all going to go.
I haven't even heard of it.
So, And Randy knows what I'm talking
Well,
about.
mining company's closed.
Yes, but
What's 6-Eleven?
this bitch is 44
6-Eleven
years
is
old and
closed,
doesn't know
girl.
what.
You just fucking outed my age, bitch.
This bitch is in her 40s.
I'm-
and doesn't know what mining company. Oh Lord.
No, I know what mining company is. I don't
You
know
make
what
me and Randy feel like we're in our 70s when we talk about.
Okay, I used to go to heaven, bitch. Okay.
Yes.
I ain't worried.
Huh? What?
I said I ain't worried.
Yes, we did all. Did you not? Did you used to go to heaven, girl?
You said what?
Heaven.
Nobody knows what we're talking about. We're talking about Houston bars.
Oh no, I didn't really like Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
What?
What, girl?
What the?
No, I wasn't a fan.
Mm-hmm.
Why weren't you a fan?
And I don't like. I'm not a dance bar person.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
okay.
when I was younger, I used to like to dance.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Now
I was.
I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
now it has to be really pumping. To
No,
get
I never did
Exactly.
cocaine, honey. I'm not a dance bar person.
Okay. I see.
I'll let you cokeheads have the dance
Oh,
girl.
I'm sorry. Are you accusing me of being a cokehead? You have never known me to do coke, and I
That
don't
is not my drug
understand
of choice thing.
where you would put me in that.
So you just had the music in you. You wasn't about coke.
No,
right?
it was never about coke. It was just the music in me.
It was just.
It was just the
Well,
music in me.
blessing.
Hey, I don't
Mhm.
deny doing stuff, but I was not.
Mm-mm.
No, it's just like go out there and dance.
Yeah, exactly. David White and I used to love to go dancing.
What's with this David White person?
You know what? We'll talk about that
Is he
on
hot?
another
Is
episode.
he hot?
We'll talk about that on another episode. Right now, let's get into.
David White is
Mhm.
asexual.
Oh.
Oh.
Kate Hudson is raising her child to be genderless.
Yes. I don't know what that means.
She's doing the genderless approach. She's not talking about the baby like it's a little girl. What she's going to do is she's just going to say, "You be you, boo, and you tell me who you are."
What do you think about
That's what
that?
she's doing. I think it's stupid, but that's my opinion.
I think it.
I don't see what's wrong with being a little girl or a little boy and letting your child be who they are without, I don't understand it. It's just, you know what? It's some California shit, girl. I don't.
Hey, don't knock Californians.
I'm just a Texas
Those
girl.
are my people, bitch.
I'm not birthing no babies, honey.
I think I would be confused if I didn't know. Like if someone just said, well, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I don't know how she's going to do it. What's she going to do? When the little girl says, "What am I?" she's going to say, "You do you, and let me know on the backside." I don't know.
See, here's the.
Let me know when you figure out who you are. You tell me.
See,
Yeah, I need some boundaries or something. I don't know.
See, here's the thing, and I'm glad that this subject's being brought up. The fact of the matter is that a lot of people don't know this. Before the 1960s, no one worried about the color pink or the color blue when it came to gender. Babies
Right.
were babies.
I don't think it's quite that simple.
No,
I think
babies.
it's a little
No,
deeper than
no.
that.
If you look at history, if you look at people who were born in the 20s and the 30s and beforehand, all babies wore dresses, male or female. All babies wore dresses. That is a true fact. All babies wore dresses because that's what you did with babies.
Okay.
From the greatest presidents who ever lived to whatever. That's what they wore. The idea of the color assignment of gender didn't happen until the 60s. That was a marketing thing. That was just to sell toys and that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea of the pinks and the blues,
I'm not sure where you're going.
that's not a real thing. That's a made up thing brought to you by marketing.
Well, I think she's gonna I think she's a little deeper than that. I don't think it's really about the clothes, girl.
No, well, it's
So,
yeah.
I don't know. I can't speak for Kate Hudson, honey. All I know is what I heard.
And I get where
She's using the genderless approach. I suppose we don't have to wait till film at 11 and find out what the hell that means.
Hey, I applaud her. I applaud people who are trying different things. I mean, all for you. I mean, I don't know if I, growing up, would like that, but go for it. Why not?
I think
I agree. Go for it.
Use your child as an experiment. I think that's a great idea.
Oh, yes, indeed. I think it's a wonderful
If
idea.
there's anything children are good for, it's to experiment with gender.
Mm-hmm. Because children have been exploited for slave labor for God knows how long.
Yeah.
Might as well let them have fun with whatever.
So with their
I think
freaking
kids should
gender.
be just kids. If you
Speaking
don't,
of just kids
mm-hmm.
and germs and stuff, you know, they just sold out of used tissues
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
What?
in L.A.
Mm-hmm.
A company in L.A. called Valve,
I'm sorry.
V-A-V-E,
Mm-hmm.
just sold all their used tissues. Sold them out, girl. For $80 a tissue, you get a box with an old, nasty, janky, used tissue in it, and you're supposed to use it to build your immune system.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
Uh-huh. You're supposed to use that old nasty tissue somebody else has used on their face, on your face, blow your nose with it, and everything else.
Oh my
so
God,
you
that's
get their
brilliant.
sickness, so you can build your immune system.
Like I said, it's if people are willing to buy it, sell it.
I got some used tissues. It doesn't have snot in it though.
Mm-hmm. If people,
You know, I used to know this guy,
mm-hmm.
and his uncle sold used women's panties.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're.
But here's the deal. But here's the deal.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't actually sell used women's panties. He went to the dollar store, got them from the dollar store, wiped his dog's ass with the panties, and then put them in the mail.
Who cares? Who cares?
I read a story of the guy who lived in Burbank, and he would service all the celebrity trailers outside the Warner Brothers lot.
Uh-huh.
He actually sold celebrities shit because he would have to change the whatever it is on their trailer. So he had access to all their shit, and he would bottle it and sell it on eBay.
See, this is how much.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm
He
sure.
was actually using it though, because this guy was wiping dogs' behinds and selling panties.
Well, Randy, it really goes down to the fact that this is what celebrity is. People are willing to buy the most disgusting things
If it's by a
by celebrity. This is how much our society has just completely.
because people want meaning, and celebrity holds meaning for them.
So any little part of them that they can get, that's what they're going to do, and they are willing to pay the money
Because
for
it's
it.
something greater than them. Don't you want to be a
exactly.
part of something greater than yourself?
Yeah, but do you really want to be that?
If you have nothing, if you have no basis for anything, celebrity is a good thing to point at.
Well,
Girl, I don't do fan stuff, honey. I'm a sister of the church. We don't play that. Ain't no fan boy over here, honey. No, indeed.
But you know, for like he said, that for the most part, you know, it's really about the idea of just if I feel something by purchasing this item from someone, and it makes me feel a little bit better, I guess. Then,
honey, I don't want to ever meet anybody that's stupid.
No, I don't. Trust me,
never do.
I don't think anybody.
You don't want to meet anybody? What do you mean?
I don't want to meet anybody that's stupid that would buy some actress's shit.
Oh God, of course not.
No, of course not.
But I mean, that just says how empty we are, and how much we want to be filled by something.
Yeah, exactly. It really does show how empty the society is when there's more important things to be worried about than that.
But we want a celebrity's shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I don't.
None of us in this room, I think, ever does. There's more important stuff to talk about when it's that, but it's kind of funny when you think about it because this is the society that we are now. we worship rich people. We worship celebrity.
Mm-hmm.
And
Not this sister, honey.
no. So anyway, we're gonna take a little bit of a break because we have now reached the.
But we're live.
Yeah,
How do we
we're
do
live.
that?
But, you know the beautiful thing
Oh my
about
God.
live is that you can still take a little bit of a break.
What the fuck? Wait, can we say fuck?
Yes, you can say fuck. So we can still take a little bit of a break because everybody needs to get themselves together because we're about to go into the next half hour.
Shit.
And the next half hour is going to get pretty deep. We're going to talk about
We're gonna get all up in it.
Bryan Singer. We're going to talk about the trans band. And we're going to have a little bit of fun with the conversion therapy thing. So,
Yep, conversion therapy.
and when I say a little bit of fun, trust me, audience, we'll explain it to you in a little while. So we are going to take a little bit of a break, and we'll be right back. Just a couple of minutes.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Are we braked? Hello?
The expression virgin, previous to maybe the last few hundred years, actually was completely a spiritual term, and well, maybe going back more than a few hundred years, but essentially it's describing the purity of the mother light within that which is omega.
Erotica, romance, erotica, romance. Another bad weekend. I'll be my mistress tonight. I'm gonna get into my pants. I could go out dancing, or maybe romancing, but I don't expect it. I'm always rejected. Wouldn't do much good at a pub or a party, because I'm neither tough nor arty. Another week without having my way, another week without having a lay. As usual, I've drawn a blank. No one's home, I'm gonna have a I'm gonna get into my pants. Erotic, erotic, put my hands all over my body. Erotic, erotic, put my hands all over my body. Erotic, erotic, put my hands all over my body. Erotic, erotic. When I get that feeling like I need sexual healing, there's a certain satisfaction and a little bit of semen. I'm chaste and well behaved, but I didn't choose it. It's because the one I love thinks I'm a loser. Given up on being sexually free, so I drink and watch TV. Hope I didn't get too tanked, or I won't be able to have a I'm gonna empty out my glands all over me. Erotic, erotic, put my hands all over my body. Erotic, erotic, put my hands all over my body. Erotic, erotic, put my hands all over my body. Erotic, erotic.
You have to think about how to do it. You have to it takes energy just to prepare for and commit the act. And the person who is very depressed doesn't have that energy.
Major Video, the place for major releases. Every day.
Hands all over my body.
Now. Hey, we're back. We're back. And
We're back.
we're
Back.
now going
Back in action.
now we're going to have what we call Let's Get Serious for a Moment. Let's get serious for a moment. Let's talk. Oh, just bring it up here. Let's talk Bryan Singer. Let's talk Bryan Singer.
Bryan Singer.
Randy, why don't you start it off by. I want Bryan Singer, for those of you who don't know, is a director. He directed a lot of the X-Men films. He directed Apt Pupil. He's been a Hollywood director for I think about 20 years, and
he's directed a lot of really famous movies, and he's done a lot of work with a lot of different actors, almost all of them,
Well, he's also done a lot.
He was some other things too.
He was a pioneer of the Marvel
of the X-Men modern
superhero movies.
The problem is that he seems to have a reputation in Hollywood for his love of the youth, so to speak, young boys.
Nasty.
And yeah, young boys. And when I'm talking about young boys, in the gay community, we sometimes talk about ageism a little bit because it's always about being young and pretty and all this other stuff. But here we're talking about a man who is having sex parties with 16, 17. I don't even know if he goes to 18. I really honestly don't even know. From some of the stories, I think one or two of the people that he associated with were 18, but for the most part, 15, 16, 17-year-olds.
One allegation is actually from he was a 13-year-old at the time that it happened. And that was in 2003.
Wait, so what was so did this 13-year-old go to one of his parties, or how did that happen?
No, it actually occurred on set. He reached under the kid's towel and grabbed his junk and started pumping.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was on set. It was an actor in
Bad news.
Yeah.
I was gonna say if you're going to a Hollywood producer's party, that's one thing. But if you're on set and a producer does something to you, that's completely something else.
Yeah, exactly. So he's had a reputation for almost 20 years for having these notorious parties. Him and two other guys have this mansion that they have parties at, and everybody has known about this in Hollywood for 20 years.
That's terrible.
Yeah, for 20 years they've known about this mansion. It's actually
one of his actors was Brad Renfro.
Yes.
I don't know if you remember him.
Yes.
But he was in Act Pupil.
Yes.
And he was also in The Client. And Brad Renfro, funnily enough, developed a drug problem after the Act Pupil.
Yes.
I wonder if that had something to do with it.
Oh, I'm sure it had a lot to do with it. I'm sure it had a lot to do with it. In fact, most of the stories that I've read from the young actors who worked with him, they have developed drug problems because of the issues that they had to deal with when dealing with him.
Brad Renfro overdosed when he was 25. Very sad. Very sad.
So it really boils down to and recently The Atlantic put out an article. This is not the first article about him, by the way. I read an article about him several years ago where someone from Hawaii accused him of the same thing, and it got dismissed because the kid couldn't remember the details and all this other stuff. But the thing is that it's one thing when it's one person, and you might want to call it as whatever, but when it's 10, 15 different, when it's several different people telling you the same story of what this guy is doing, and no one is listening. No one is listening to you. That's what.
Well, when it comes to child abuse like that and molestation, it doesn't matter how old the child is. I don't care if it's only one time. It's enough that you should be put in prison for a whole
exactly.
life year.
And the fact that he's been getting away with this because he has money and he has power. And he's been getting away with this. And then he has the nerve, he has the gall, the absolute gall, just like with Kevin Spacey, is the absolute gall to say, well, this reporter who was writing this story is very homophobic and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, are you...
Do we have any concrete cases where we're like...
There are concrete, yes. There are concrete cases.
Because I definitely don't want to be like character assassinating somebody.
No.
I know, like he...
This is a thing. This is a thing. If I wouldn't be talking about this.
I know this is a thing, yeah.
I wouldn't be talking about this on the show.
Right.
if it was not a but this has
Right.
been, it's like Harvey Weinstein. He is the gay
Right.
Harvey Weinstein.
Right.
Harvey Weinstein did the same thing,
Right.
but guess what Harvey Weinstein is not right now? Now he might end up in prison.
True.
Whereas Bryan
Oh,
Singer
he's
is
in
like,
prison.
well, just because I'm gay, you're accusing me of stuff and blah blah. No, we're not.
Right.
Please don't use the gay thing, and please don't do that. Do not do that. You have been known to do this. Every person in Hollywood knows that you've been doing this,
Right.
and you've
Is
been.
he still a thing in Hollywood?
He
Like,
is
what
still a thing. Now he's going to be directing another movie, and when they asked him, "Hey, did you not hear about the allegations against Brian?" You know, he got dumped for Bohemian Rhapsody. He was the original director of Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
And
He
he
was
got dumped.
fired. He was fired.
was fired.
For Bohemian Rhapsody.
He was fired from,
for reasons unknown.
yes, for reasons unknown. Because, by the way, one of those kids who is now 31, 32 years old decided to sue him because they said he raped him. They dumped his ass immediately. And now this is about to go to court, and Brian is still singing the song of, oh, it's homophobia from a journalist, blah, 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 blah. Sweetie, when it's proven in court that you didn't do anything, I'll believe it. But until that time, there are too many people who have been
Right.
telling this story for years.
Right. Yeah.
For years. So
Yeah, I
you
think
can,
the one that's going to court is he was 17 at the time.
Mhm.
Sanchez, his
Mhm.
mom,
yes,
and I think that's the one that's taken him to court.
yes,
Well,
that's,
I hope they throw the book at him.
I do too, because I feel like that you've known about this, and you have 3 partners, by the way, who've all been they have a party house. They've been doing this for quite some time, and you know
Wait,
what?
who are his partners?
Mark Cullen Recto and Katie Shackley, Brock Pierce.
Wait,
I'm going to name
where
names.
is the house at?
They have a house. They have a mansion.
When I lived in Hollywood, I used to go to. My friends used to. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like 3 degrees of separation from him, and
Mhm.
I used to know the screenwriters who did X-Men 1,
Mm-hmm.
and they used to have a Halloween party. I'm wondering if it's the same house.
Well, these things are all alleged. These
Mhm.
are all alleged things at this moment in time.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Although,
So-
you know what? If that many people are coming out of the woodwork, you know there's
Yeah,
probably,
exactly.
and you know there's probably something
Yeah,
to it.
exactly.
But these are definitely allegations
Mhm.
that have been thrown at him, and we'll see what happens when he catches a charge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
So I'm going to
Preach, Randy.
I'm going to put this disclaimer out. Everything we said was allegedly. That way we are protected. Allegedly, all this stuff happened. Allegedly.
Ain't that what I just said?
I know, but just like Chris said, that we probably should be careful about how we say things.
Oh, I mean,
Allegedly, this is all the stuff that happened. So we're
I'm just a guest host, bitch.
yeah. So we're gonna go with that. But I am going to go. We're gonna segue into.
What's next?
I'm sorry. I'm
Are
really
you
sorry,
verklempt?
Randy. But I
What happened?
am not thrilled with our president right now.
Oh.
I am not thrilled, and in fact, I'm a little scared
Mm.
because we have now a transgender ban in the military
Yeah,
that he put
fuck that.
through. He went to the Supreme.
Oh, well, that's wonderful.
Is
What?
it?
A transgender band is a good thing.
Why?
Why?
Oh, wait a minute. I thought you were talking about music, like a transgender music band. I was excited.
Oh
I'm
my!
like, ooh, girl, see? The transgenders are doing fine.
Yeah.
They've got a
I,
band and everything.
I like that idea.
I thought, I thought the transgenders done had a band and everything now, girl. I was like, oh, everything's okay then.
Mm-hmm. No.
It's got a band.
No.
They're doing all right.
No. So now
They ain't doing all right.
but no, not doing all right
No.
because now we have a ban.
Well, then that's not wonderful. That's
That is not
wonderful
wonderful at all. not in any way, shape, or form. And I have to
No,
say,
and we've spoken
mhm.
about this before. Is there new news now? Are they still worrying them?
No, a lot of them are no. The ban is in effect, so
The
everyone
ban
who's
is new.
the ban is in effect. So people who are transgender in the military are about to get kicked out of the military. People
If they are not grandfathered under the,
mhm.
now there's they can have a psychological issue, something dysphoria,
Yeah,
gender
exactly.
dysphoria.
Yeah.
If
So
they have gender dysphoria,
Gender dysphoria.
then they're okay. But they have to get acknowledged. They have to get labeled as that before the ban goes
Mhm.
into effect.
well, we're looking at about 13,000 people who could possibly get kicked out of the military for being transgender, and people who want to go into the military.
And these are people playing crucial roles.
yes, exactly.
This
in
is
the
not
military.
People who aren't doing anything. These are people who are playing crucial roles right now, protecting our government.
Mhm.
And our government is already
Right.
weakened by the government shutdown, and now he wants to take more people away from doing their job, protecting us.
Exactly. And the thing is
Well,
that
I don't think it's fair to disallow anyone who wants to join the armed services from joining unless there's an actual physical disability. I don't
think
that's
if
fair
there's
at all.
if
And
there's a
I think it's rather stupid, actually.
mhm.
You're right, Randy. Yes, correct. If there's a physical disability, if there's some logical reason why this person cannot perform compared to other people, then fine. But if not, then you're weakening the U.S. That's what
Mhm.
you're doing.
Not good, people. Not good.
Yeah.
So
And I have to say this because
I feel bad for our transgender people who are in the military. They must be. I mean, they're devoting their lives to
yeah, exactly.
to our country, and now our country's saying, "Fuck you."
Yeah, exactly.
What a terrible thing.
That is the most terrible thing that you could possibly do. And to be quite honest, I don't know what this war with him and the transgender community is.
Yes. What is it?
What is this?
Nobody
I don't know
cares.
why.
They're not bothering
I don't
anybody.
know why you care.
Nobody cares.
I don't know why he cares, or
I
don't understand why anybody would get up in somebody else's business. That has nothing to do with war.
It's just
It has
because it's
nothing
a
to do with defending the country.
It's a dividing issue between the liberals and the conservatives. And conservatives, it's a dividing issue.
Mhm.
Divide and conquer.
Well, I could tell you this because I had a tiny little conversation, and
With who?
there are actually a lot of gay men and women who are now worried that he might extend this out,
Yeah.
and there's a bit of worry among the gay community that he might extend this out. If
So
he's
what?
doing it with transgender people, what makes him say that he won't want gays and lesbians in the military anymore? So
I don't think that'll happen. I really don't. I
well,
think for some reason he's got something against the transsexual community. I don't know what it is.
I think it's
Sometimes people
That
get
jackass is
nervous
rolling back
about things. They get nervous about things they don't understand.
mhm.
You know.
I think that jackass is
And
rolling
some-
back everything. He's rolling back women's rights, abortion rights. He's rolling back everything, from what I understand. So everyone needs to be on top of what's happening because it's serious.
Mhm.
It's not a joke.
It's not a joke anymore. This has become very serious because when you put a ban on one group of people, what makes you think you're not going to put a ban on
Yeah.
another group of people?
Yeah.
So yeah, this has actually gotten quite serious, and it worries me because, like I said, we have a lot of military people who are gay and lesbian as well, who are legitimately worried that this president is going to go, well, if I did it for transgender people, I'm going to extend it now.
And there's a lot of transgender people who are like, I'm fucked, and we're like,
Mm-hmm.
we feel for you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't actually.
Wow.
I can't imagine what that must feel like.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't, because I've never devoted myself to something that you've devoted yourself to.
Mm-hmm.
So I just don't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ask me, honey.
Because, like I said, I don't understand what he actually has a personal vendetta. I feel like that he has a personal vendetta against transgender people.
I don't know. I don't know. What
I really do think the things that he talks about when it comes to the transgender community, a community that's
I
already
don't know from personal vendetta because I don't know the man.
but from everything that we've read about him and everything else,
But
I think it's just a dividing issue. So
Mhm.
I think he's playing to his base
mm-hmm,
of hardcore. His base is hardcore.
mm-hmm.
He's playing to that base. I don't know. I'm not a
Well,
politician. What do you think,
know,
Randy?
I think it's very strange, but you just never know.
Mhm.
Some people have itches they need scratched and can't find nobody to scratch them sometimes, honey. So then they lash out at somebody else because they're uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be uncomfortable in my house and then try to tell me how to fix my furniture.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. But
Y'all
It-
just
it's-
stay strong. I feel for you and just stay strong.
I say to you in the transgender community, please stay strong. This is a temporary thing. I'm sure we're
This-
going to figure out a way to fix this.
This is when gays and gays really need to embrace
Yeah,
transgender
Yeah, exactly.
and really embrace that
I-
part of the whole.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Alphabet.
I completely agree
Mhm.
with y'all.
Mm-hmm. So we really
Something ain't right. Something ain't right.
something is not right.
Because it's too easy for us to go, transgender, they're on the they're on the
fringe.
they're on the fringe. No, they're our brethren.
They're our brothers and sisters.
There's our brothers and sisters, and they're more misunderstood than we are.
Yeah, exactly. So we have to get behind them 100% as much as we possibly can, because this is ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree.
This is so
I
ridiculous.
agree completely.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, Joel, can you tell me something? Speaking of people we need to get behind, I was confused about what's going on in Kenya.
Okay, well, here's the thing. When I read an article about the fact that Kenya is going to have a vote on February 22nd
Oh.
to decriminalize homosexuality.
What? That's huge.
That
Oh,
is
that's
huge.
fantastic.
However,
Wait, what?
here's the thing. As much as I was putting as much emphasis on Kenya, Angola, another country in Africa,
Yeah?
just decriminalized homosexuality.
What? Dude, this is...
Oh, that's fantastic.
They just on the
This is things that people are...
Get you some, Angola. Get you some, girl.
on the western.
I'm gonna fly there tomorrow,
yes,
bitch.
exactly. They just decriminalized homosexuality. So when I was putting a lot of emphasis,
Hey, we
on,
need to do a field trip to there.
yes. So when I was putting a lot of emphasis on Kenya, then I'm reading through all the stories and I'm like, wait, Angola just literally just decriminalized homosexuality.
And when we're saying decriminalized, usually, and I don't know, but usually these countries have it's not like a
Harsh.
fine, it's like a death penalty or something for being gay.
Here's the interesting thing about Angola.
And you could also be killed in the street and nobody was ever
Yes.
Yeah,
charged
exactly.
because
Yes,
you're
correct.
homosexual. You are
Correct.
considered a public threat.
If you kill a gay person, nobody cares.
Mm-hmm. But here's the thing that I loved about the Angola story. The reason why Angola decriminalized homosexuality was because of a war in Angola many years ago. They lost the majority of men in that country. So the women took over all the jobs and everything else. It's the same thing in Rwanda and a lot of countries where they lost a lot of men. The women took over in the government, they took over in the service industries, they took over in all the industries. They were the ones, when I saw the picture, I was amazed. A lot of women holding a gay flag because they were the ones who helped put it through.
Wow. Well, yay, women. I mean, women.
So, yay, women. Yay, women.
Yay, women.
Go women.
I know that's right.
Mm-hmm.
We need more women to take over.
And I noticed
But not
Those
too much.
people aren't just doing it for themselves, honey. They're doing it for us too.
they're doing it for us too.
A healthy balance.
Yes, because they realize, I feel like that they realize in order to, Angola has turned around. They've turned their economy around, they've turned everything around after years and years and years of war.
Really?
They've turned their economy around,
I'm
they've
going to
turned
have to
everything
Google
else.
this country.
And they realize that every citizen in that country needs to be a part of that country.
Wow. That's
So by
beautiful.
decriminalizing homosexuality in Angola, they have now allowed people to be free to be themselves. Now, by the way, it takes society a little while longer when you change laws for acceptance. So it's going to take a little bit of long time. Look, I'm just happy to decriminalize it. I'm not looking for gay marriage or any of that stuff. That's fine. That'll come later.
Wow, that's awesome.
That'll come later.
Oh,
But
it'll come later.
it'll come later. But decriminalizing it is the first.
That's
We're
awesome.
not going to lose that. We'll
Let's
never
go
lose
visit
that.
Angola.
Mhm.
I'm going to go.
So good news. By the way, it also opens up tourism. It opens up
tourism
businesses.
is
It
huge.
opens up all.
Girl, what you going to do in Angola? You going to get eaten by a lion in Angola, girl.
Well.
I want to be getting by gay lion, bitch.
Mm-hmm. That's far. As long as it's the queeniest lion. As long as it's the queeniest lion out there going, girl, you about to get eaten. But I don't mean no harm. I don't mean no harm at all.
I'm going to vote for you first, bitch.
I'm a little bit hungry.
You know who actually,
Mhm.
you know who killed more people every year in the animal kingdom than any other animal, and this is a true story. Miss Hippo. Girl, she looks
Hippo.
like she's all sweet and nice.
No,
And then
Okay, first of all,
they kill 500.
No,
they kill 500 people a year.
yes, they're
Mhm.
hardcore.
Mhm.
I'm all about hippos.
500.
Hardcore. Like, don't be fucking around with them.
Yeah, exactly. Just because
You
I'm
gotta
a big
leave this
girl
hippo
don't
alone,
mean
girl.
that you can fuck with me.
Yes. Leave the
Just
fucking hippo alone.
leave me alone, bitch, and I'll leave you alone. Otherwise, you gonna get AIDS.
Don't
Oh,
mess with her.
wait. Sorry, we're still in a
Don't mess
serious
with Miss
segment.
Hippo, honey.
You're gonna get AIDS. You're gonna get AIDS. And by the way, like I said, this is a comedy talk show, so we got serious. We get serious, but we have some fun, and that's the whole point. Is that in order to get a point across, sometimes you gotta have a little levity.
Yeah.
Everything can't be super serious. There are plenty of podcasts
Yeah.
where if you want to do that, that's fine. And I listen to some of those podcasts, by the way. But sometimes you just need a little bit of a laugh every now and then. So
Laugh.
this is
Well,
what you do.
speaking of hippos eating, honey, Trina Braxton has said she supports the LGBT community, honey, but sometimes she just likes the Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Ooh,
Wait, who?
Wait, I'm sorry. Ooh, did you just throw shade at Trina Braxton?
Wait,
With the whole
Tony-
hippo thing?
Wait, what?
Oh my lord!
Where did this come
I
from?
said Trina Braxton.
Who the
Trina.
fuck is Trina Braxton?
She is one of the Braxton sisters. Tony Braxton.
That's what I thought, too.
Oh, is
No,
she?
she seems like a very sweet lady, and she has just said, and it's really the truth, though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm no closet Chick-fil-A eating queen, honey.
Well, okay.
That is-
They don't. They say they don't go to Chick-fil-A, and then you see them in the parking lot.
Yeah,
outside,
exactly.
and I'm just fine.
Okay, I'm gonna get flamed, but Chick-fil-A ain't that great.
I don't
mean,
understand
come
what the
on.
big deal about Chick-fil-A is
What the
in
fuck
the
is the
first
deal?
place. Chick-fil-A is not that
It's
great.
just a fucking chicken
It's
sandwich.
a salty ass piece of chicken
It's a salty
with
ass
a,
piece
with
of
a
fucking
pickle
chicken.
and a biscuit. I don't
Yes,
understand what the big deal is.
Thank you.
I never understood what the big
Thank
deal
you,
is.
bitch.
I was
I mean,
joking about
really.
Trina, and the hippo thing just for fun, because she's kind of big, but I'm a big girl, so I can see it.
Now we're all
But,
about Chick-fil-A.
No, she said sometimes she just got to have the MSG, honey, so she's got to get her sandwich from the Chick-fil-A, and she don't mean no harm
That
to the
ain't-
LGBT community, girl.
Mhm.
What?
But like you said, there are a lot of people in the LGBT
Can we get back
community.
on track, please?
who are sitting in the parking lot eating Chick-fil-A, and I don't understand why. That is the worst chicken sandwich you could possibly ever have.
Wow.
It is
Joel is going off on Chick-fil-A.
It is the worst.
I can't eat there.
We do not fucking endorse. Well, I don't. I'm just a guest. I'm sorry. Never mind.
No, I'm not endorsing those.
I'll shut my fucking mouth.
Racist, bigoted.
Wait, are they
Chick-fil-A
racist?
people.
Oh, right.
I'm just saying.
Well, no, I didn't like
eat
them before
Chick-fil-A.
then.
I did when I was younger.
Mhm.
I didn't like them
we weren't
before then.
boycotting. No, we have to keep the boycott against Chick-fil-A. Sorry, Chick-fil-A. Tree Braxton.
No, but your sandwiches suck.
And let me tell you something. When I walked past Chick-fil-A at the airport, I had it took every bit of to keep me from throwing a finger. I was about to throw a middle finger up.
No, I generally don't like.
But then I remember
food.
that there are people who are working there who are just doing their jobs. I don't want to just like throw a middle finger up.
I really don't like their fucking food.
But their food is terrible. I don't understand what the big deal was in the first place. Never understood.
I didn't eat it to begin with.
Mm-hmm. So let's so
It was Miss Hippo's fault, girl.
So
Hippos eat there.
let's get to the point in the show because we're almost about to end the show.
Oh, shit.
How would you, and there are 3 gay men in this room,
Well,
how would you feel if the person, let's say you were going out on a date, you met a man, he was really nice and sweet,
Yeah.
he took you out on a date,
Hey, baby.
y'all had some good sex, and then maybe a few months in, let's just say a few months in, he tells you, you know, I want to tell you something about my past.
Okay.
Because I feel like that it's important if we're going to move forward.
Yeah. I love you, baby.
But
anything you say is
I
good.
used to run a gay conversion clinic. And I was Mormon in Utah.
Oh!
What?
Wait, what? No, wait. Now, see, you had me until you said Mormon.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
Mm-hmm.
I can handle him being ex-gay conversion, but not the Mormon shit, girl.
Okay.
Hey, what? I know some nice.
No, well, you can wait. I love that. You can handle the Mormon part, but you can't wait. You can't handle the Mormon part.
I can handle being ex-gay conversion, but not that Mormon shit.
Okay.
Hey, what's wrong with Mormons? I know some nice Mormons. They're cool.
That's
Oh,
a cult,
God.
girl. We can't handle those cults.
Show failed. We just failed.
Can you honestly look at if he had a profile
What was our talking point?
if he had a profile on Grindr, Growler, Scruff, hey, it's me. My name is such and such. This is my profile.
Hey, hot stuff.
By the way, yeah, I was a therapist at a gay conversion clinic.
What?
Yes,
I was
therapist.
laughing in his face as they get out of the house.
Therapist. Yes, not someone who used to be in the clinic, but the actual therapist who ran the clinic. Can you imagine?
I would throw him out.
Do you think the sex would be
I think
hot
that-
or not hot?
I think the sex would have to be hot.
I don't know. It could be terrible.
It would. Well, first of all, he's never been gay, so he's always denied his gay feelings.
Depends on if you're.
And then he was teaching other people to deny their gay feelings, so he damaged a lot of people along the way. So
Yeah, he's done a lot of bad.
He's done a lot of bad
work.
along the
That's
way.
some bad mojo following him around.
So for him to say, "Hey, I'm going to come out as gay, and now I'm going to start dating," how do you think he is going to really date?
But wait. I want to take a step back.
Mm-hmm.
We all make mistakes. If we come out as gay, at some point, if we recognize it, and we change our tune, then that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's all good.
Well, if honestly though, if you think about it, Joe, you gotta
Where are you going?
for him because he's led a tortured existence,
Mm-hmm.
being something that he's not.
Yeah, he's
That's
fucking
hard.
done with it. He's sick of it, and now he's like, "Fuck, I want some man."
Yeah, but May I remind you that we are part of the gay community, the roughest community to ever be a part of. By the way, Randy and I.
You don't have to tell me, honey. I'm overweight.
Wait,
yeah, exactly.
I'm 50.
I'm black.
Tell me.
I'm black, and so to be a part of this community is already rough enough.
Is it really?
It's
What's
already
rough?
rough enough. So
Everybody wants to be black, Joe. That's not cool. That's not even true. Everybody wants to be black.
So the thing is, by the way, Randy and I had this discussion not too long ago. Would you date a porn star?
If they were what? Oh, would I?
Would you date a porn star? I think it would be easier.
No, but they nasty.
I think it would be easier to date. Well, at least a porn star knows he's gay.
I would date a porn star in a minute.
Mm-hmm. So now we're talking about a guy who.
No, I'm sorry.
So now we're talking about a
Because
guy.
that dude is taking off his clothes and everyone is like jacked off to him and I'm like, that's fucking hot.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I
you
think
know,
it's
like
hot.
everyone has
Thank
like
you. Thank
you
you.
know everyone has pleasured themselves to your body.
Exactly. I
That's
think it's
hot.
kinda hot.
That's exhibitionist.
I think it's hot, and
Compared to someone who
you know our sexual proclivities are a little bit different, and that's fine. but
everyone's different.
everybody's different. But we're talking about someone who ran a conversion clinic.
That's fucked up.
That's kind of.
But
oh.
maybe
Now,
he's
girl.
seen
Now,
the
girl,
light
you know
now.
that if a
Where are you
porn star wanted to
going?
go out on a date with me, I would not say no. Come on now.
Okay. But come on, you have to think that after a while, you might. I like to think that we would like to think that we would accept it at first. But come on, would we not be thinking about? God damn. I keep thinking about all the. Every time I read a story about conversion therapy and everything else, and I'm looking at you, I'm not really sure how I feel about you right now.
Yeah.
There would
Okay.
always be that.
Okay, well, I'm going to have to retract what I said because the truth is every time I look at porn star, I would think of how many men he's slept with and I'd be worried.
But I would always be.
I would be worried, girl.
Yeah, I would always be wondering whether or not he would be trying to convert me or what have you, and that would be weird.
Psychologically fucked up.
That would be weird.
But
So
I had my before I was out of the closet. I had a lot of phases I went through.
mm-hmm.
So I'm not surprised if someone vehemently tries to deny who they are and tries to use their entire philosophy to acknowledge what they're trying to be. I can't knock someone for trying to do that because when I was in the closet, I felt it's a categorically different experience.
Yeah, it is.
And we don't know what it's like anymore because we're out of the closet.
Mm-hmm.
So to be in the closet and try to rationalize your experience and try to make sense of things, that's a very hard thing to do.
Yeah, it is.
So I don't fault for someone to try to do something like that.
There's never been a closet to hold me, honey. I can't hide this light under a bushel. Sorry, I don't even know how.
But at the same time, I actually feel for that because even though I came out of the closet and everything, I still had to deal with all the shame from all of the years of listening to rhetoric about how I was.
Oh God!
Yeah.
No, it's
So
your entire being is wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
You are just
everything
wrong.
that I do is wrong.
You are categorically wrong.
So to date someone who would look you in the face and say, "Hey, I used to do that," could
But they're
possibly
different.
be not the greatest thing on the planet.
But it might not be the worst as long as you fess up to, hey, I was in a different place back then.
Yeah, I understand that, and the thing is that it might.
We have to acknowledge that people grow.
I just want to let this person know.
Yeah.
And I really would like to let this person know. And I chose not to mention his name simply because I kind of want to give him a little bit of
Wait,
the
is he
benefit
hot?
Well, to me, it's hot.
Well, what's hot?
he's like closer to our age. He's bald. He's like super hot.
Bald can be hot. Bald's hot.
Bald's hot. So he's kind of hot, but at the same time, I chose not to use his name on this show because I kind of want to give him a little bit of a chance.
Yeah.
A tiny little bit of a chance.
In case you're listening.
Well, no.
Hey,
No,
I'm
he's
single,
not,
by the way.
He's not beyond redemption.
Mhm.
No.
No, because
I agree with Chris.
I think he's in the right path.
We're
He's
not-
going in the right direction.
And we've talked about the idea of redemption before, and I'm sure we're going to talk about this on like a lot of episodes. But the fact of the matter is that you have to be prepared to pay for that. You have to be prepared to pay for that. You're going to get a lot of rejections at the beginning. You are going to get rejected a lot because when people find out what you did for a living, gay men are just going to go, no, I don't want to, no, I'm not dealing with that.
Well,
I think gay people can be.
There's going to be a lot of karma.
Yeah.
A lot of karma. to
Yeah,
be paid.
exactly. So he's going to have to pay for that for a while. But I feel like that as long as he keeps trying and he shows that he's changed, if he shows that he's changed,
we can be a very accepting.
then there will be people who will be like, you know what? Okay, that's what you did, and you are really trying.
We've all done fucked up shit.
And I'll give you a chance. I'll give you a chance. As long as you don't try to use that mind game shit on me, that's fine. But
of course.
But
I love that
we'll
mind
give
game
you
shit.
a chance if you show us that you are trying to do that. So, I like I said, the reason why I didn't want to mention his name, and I really did at first when I was thinking about this part of the conversation, was because I want him to understand something. If you're now deciding that what you did was wrong, if you are now deciding that you want to live life as a full gay man, and that you want to start dating, and you might want to find a husband or what have you,
Then we congratulate.
you're going to have to be 100% honest about who you are and who you were.
Yes.
And you're going to have to deal with the consequences when a lot of them go, I can't deal with who you were.
Yeah.
But you will find someone who will say, okay, you know what, I know who you were, but I feel like...
Because when you were who you were,
Mhm.
you damaged gay people.
Yep.
You hurt us.
You hurt us you hurt us.
It's not that you just were
Mhm.
nothing. You
Yes.
actually hurt
Yes,
other.
indeed.
You actually hurt other people,
Mhm.
and you might have caused other people to die. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people might have committed
Oh, yeah, I mean,
suicide and all
suicide
kinds all kinds of stuff because of what
rate.
you did.
Your outward actions affected us.
Mhm.
That you now want to be a part of.
Mhm.
So we'll accept you, but you have to acknowledge what you did.
Mhm. And maybe,
Right.
maybe you might find someone who will love you.
You will.
Maybe.
We're very loving people.
But it's going to
You
take
will.
a long time, and don't think that just because
You can't just flip flop, bitch.
no. So don't think that just because you decided.
What else I've got to talk about?
Us, honestly, have come to the end of the show.
Oh.
We've come to the end of the show.
I sure did.
We've come to the end of the show, and we are about to go on Instagram and say hello to a bunch of people so we can get more people to listen to the show. So, here are the points that I would like to make. Thank you for listening to the show. If you are out there listening to the show,
Thank you guys.
thank you guys.
Thank you for listening.
We love
We
you.
appreciate it as much as we possibly can. We're just a small group of people. We're just trying to do our thing. We really are just trying to do our thing. And we know that we're not celebrities. We know that we don't have 10 million downloads and all this other stuff. But we just want you to listen to us because
We love you.
we love you. And we have a lot to say.
Tell us what you like and what you don't like.
Randy and I wouldn't do this.
Baby, yeah.
Randy and I wouldn't do this if it wasn't because we didn't love you. We do love you. We want to show our love. We want to give
But
back.
we're not gonna kiss your asses though. So listen to the show if you want to be entertained. Okay.
Exactly. So
And And I got you, Webster. I know you're still out there, and we love you, Webster. Shout out to Webster, honey.
Shout out to Webster.
Woo, Webster.
Shout out to Webster. So, everybody say goodbye.
Bye. Bye, sweeties.
Goodbye.
Bye, sweeties.
Yay.
We love you.
We'll
We'll give you a new episode next week. And have a good day.
Yes, and I'll be in the house.
And he'll be in the house.
Yay, Randy.
Indeed.
We're done. Thank you, guys. I'm gonna take a pee. Randy, don't hang up. We're going on Instagram in a few minutes.
Okay.
Hi, Randy. Good show. I'm gonna smoke a cigarette.
Ooh, wait. Y'all be drinking some Texas tea, huh? You said what?
Oh, wait, what? Go back? Really? I can't remember what it's at.
Okay, so where are you at? Randy, are you still on the phone?
I am.
Okay. All right, so let's have a chat.
Oh, I'm sorry for outing you going to the bathroom.
Oh, no, that's fine. You actually didn't really out me, but that's fine.
You're gonna smoke a cigarette. I'm gonna smoke.
Yeah, these Instagrams are really short, though, right?
Okay, so
You're gonna want to talk their ear off.
Okay, so here are a couple of things that happened. One, I broke the microphone.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I did,
When?
but that's fine.
Which one?
I guess when I was walking back and forth, I stepped on the microphone and it broke. But your microphone was playing, so it's fine.
Oh, shit. Oh, this one right here?
Yeah, that one right there.
Oh, this cord.
Yeah, I broke the cord.